What's up guys, Nightingale here, and welcome back to another update notice video. Today we're covering the 825 Full Metal Alchemist collab here in Epic 7. We have got a lot of information to go over, so please make sure that you take the time to look over the timestamps and check out all of the relevant information, because we're going to be going over this based off of the numbers right here. So those will be the timestamps below, and if I put anything else in there, check that out as well. We're here live on Twitch, so Twitch chat, say hello to YouTube. YouTube, say hello to Twitch chat. It's always nice getting to see you guys say hello to one another. So yeah, let's jump into this and start off today. The first several pages are here based off of the Full Metal Alchemist collab, which is what most of you are here watching the video for. Alright, so let's jump in and see what GM Dominial, we're still waiting on confirmation. Is this Ice Dominial? Is this Dark Dominial? Or is this Light Dominial? Or is it another Dominial? Which RGB is it? Alright, so we will have an Epic 7 Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood collab, 10 years too late. Please note that for the 825, no maintenance will be required because it's already been put in and everything's already been data mined. We will update. The update will be applied automatically. Please see below for more details. Oh my god, shocking. Full Metal Alchemist, let's go. So the Full Metal collab will be here from 825 to 519. In case y'all are wondering, that is a 3-week collab, so this is a full collab. It's not the short, last minute thought collabs of 2 weeks. So hooray. So we're going to be getting the title change, so enjoy this. Get your screenshots of that before it goes away. Congratulations, the Full Metal Brotherhood animation original soundtrack will be played as the background music for the title. All right, number 2. Special side story, Otherworldly Alchemist. Nice. So the story Alchemist will be, the story of the Alchemist's struggle to return after they got caught up in an unknown anomaly were summoned to Orbis begins. The side story will run for 3 weeks, and 1 chapter will be unlocked each week so that we can't go through it. Oh my gosh, there's a question mark. I wonder who that is, Roy. Don't know why you don't just go ahead and show that it's Roy, because we know the 3 units. Just say it's Roy. And then this will be running for 825 to 915. How to enter. You will need to beat episode 1, stage 210. That seems weird. Wait, no, they're allowing you to get in a lot earlier. Okay, so they're allowing the, because normally it's episode 1010. I'm just gonna say this for just in case. If this is a typo, and they didn't mean to put this here, it's normally all their side stories are episode 1, 10, 10, so you have to beat the first episode. But if they are allowing you to get in because it is a collab, cool. But just note that might be, if you're wondering why it's not unlocked, it might be, and you beat this, it's because most side stories are 1, 10, 10. So you have to beat the full episode. Just keep that in mind. It's in the patch notes, it's saying that it's this, but just heed this warning, because that's every other side story they've dropped. Alright, so week 1, you will be able to do East Sanctuary or Northwest Ezra. And this will be available on 825. Then the next week, you will be getting 9-1, and then third week is 9-8. The 3 chapters will be unlocking. The enhanced heroes will be Edward, Riza, and Roy. Edward will be available all 3 weeks, and 2 and 3 will be Roy Mustang. So, congratulations. Enhanced heroes, Charles, Iseria, Sirmia, and Aether will be your enhanced heroes. So, you got pretty much Charles, Iseria, and Sirmia. Alright, currency that you will need to farm up. So, week 1, you'll be doing Alchemist notepads. Week 2, you'll be doing Suspicious Portal info, and week 3, you'll be working on grinding up strange maps. Now, because this is a 3-week collab and 3-week side story, that means there are enhanced artifacts to help make the most of it. So, for people who don't put 1 and 2 together, here's what happens. You've got 1 paid and 2 paid artifacts. I don't know why, again, they're playing this whole mystery game. We know it's Roy Mustang, so why are you putting the question mark in this? I don't get it. It's Roy's artifact will be week 2's, and they all have something different. Unfortunately, there is always one that you cannot get to farm, but in this case, the farming one will get you week 1 and week 3 currency, so you'll have to pay for one of the 2 if you really want it. So week 2 is always the painful one for most free-to-play players here, but it's just part of the grind. You'll get used to it. So weeks 1 and 3, make sure that you are leveling up the sharpshooter's handgun. Every time you get the currency to buy one of these or imprint one of these, make sure it's imprinted so that you are getting the max amount of value of your artifact. And then the 5-star artifact will enhance starting week 2. Yeah, so down here they even tell you, but then why do they play the whole dumb game of what is it? We know. All right, stages. So Otherworldly Alchemist will have the normal battle stages, story stages. Basically, in order to cut down on time, it's going to be your normal side story like everything else. You're going to have story stages, and your stage difficulties will be here. So special difficult, well, multi-difficult stages. Week 1 will be East Sanctuary and Northwest Ezra. Then the Pyramid World first half, Pyramid World second half will have those as well, which is your normal side story grind. This is where you go to grind out your side story. Again, always grind the hardest difficulty you possibly can, and don't worry if you can't reach the max difficulties. Wherever you are, it's part of the grind. You'll get to it, and it's okay if you can't clear hell. It's okay if you can't clear hard. Just grind out what you can. You've got 3 weeks to get this. I promise you, no matter where you are, where you're starting, as long as you're not starting the last day of the collab, you can probably get time to grind out most of this anyway. Goblin's Den and Molagora habitats will be available in all 3. Hooray! Free Molagoras and extra gold. Make sure you use your gold when you do the gold stage. You are using your gold buff that you get daily in game on that to maximize your rewards. Repair stage, clearing all the ingredient stages for the 1st and 3rd weeks will unlock the repair stage, and the repair stage players can play mini games to repair the auto mail. Great, another mini game. So the exchange shop right now will be Riza Hawkeye, Sharpshooter's Handgun, and catalysts. And most of likely this is probably Roy's catalysts, is what I'm going to assume right now. Or not Roy's, but Edward's catalyst is what you'll end up needing. You'll be getting an illustration, so after you beat the full thing, you'll get illustrations will be attained from Chapters 2 and Chapter 3. Effects have been added. We're getting some rewards. Again, the 78 gear is basically 85 gear unreforged. This is 2022 at the about halfway point, and we still can't get normal side story 88 gear from special events. Just put that in perspective. We can't get 88 gear from this. But it's 85 gear unreforged. Molagoras, you'll be getting one of her, a handgun. You'll be getting some bookmarks, charms, more rewards. Awesome. So, I did not prepare for this, bringing this up, but the equipment is speed, attack, crit chance, health for the sword. The helmet is attack, effectiveness, crit chance, health. Good luck on that one, not rolling that. The chest plate is actually really good for an attack set. It's health, crit chance, or health, crit damage, crit chance, speed, so good luck. That could actually turn out pretty well, and depending on what you're doing, this neck could potentially end pretty bad for you, but this will probably be some sort of hunt set for newer players. It's a little bit weird, but it's a free attack set for new players, so congratulations. Have fun. It'll help you along the way. It'll probably help you get the better attack sets that are in the Hunt Expert Challenge. All right, number 3. New 5-star hero, Edward Elric. We won't be watching the video here, but you can come out and check out the update notice, and you can watch the video yourself. We're going to skip over that and go down here to the important stuff. So he is a Fire Warrior Ares. All right, so his first skill, I'll take you on. Attack the enemy with a transmuted blade and grants a barrier to the caster for 1 turn. Damage dealt and barrier strength increase proportional to the caster's max HP. All right, so his skill enhancements will bring up damage, barrier, damage, barrier, damage. Okay, cool. Now his passive, after being attacked when the caster has a debuff, dispels one debuff and activates Rise. Can only be activated once per turn. And this means once per caster's turn. Rise attacks all enemies with a Ground of Thorns, dispelling one buff, inflicting a random debuff for 2 turns. Damage dealt increased proportional to the caster's max HP. Okay, and this is just straight damage in his skill up here. Now, nobody cares about the Before Awakening. I'll show you our difference. Attacks the enemy together with Alphons and increases combat readiness of the caster by 50%. When the enemy is not an elite or boss monster, damage sharing effects are ignored. Damage dealt increased proportional to the caster's max health. Damage dealt increases every time this skill is used and can stack up to 3 times. His soul burn for 10 souls will decrease skill cooldown by 2 turns. And this is damage, skill cooldown, or yeah, cooldown, damage. It'll be interesting to see this in play. This is probably the one I think most everybody's interested in and seeing how this is going to play out, because they see damage dealt. This is basically like, it's looking like it's like a Landy type thing on the S3 with the stacking type functionality. And the combat readiness, I know a lot of people are about, and also the ability to ignore damage sharing effects. Cool. All right, so his artifact is at max, which is the only thing that you really care about, because you can do the math based off of this. Increases critical hit chance by 10%. After an extra attack, increases critical hit damage and speed by 8%, can stack up to 4 times, which is a lot of stuff if it gets to be run 4 turns. So for y'all to figure this out, it's 75% of those stats right there, which I believe is like 7% is what 75% of this is. So another new 5-star hero, Roy Mustang. Gasp and shock. Why couldn't they again put his artwork up there? You'll be able to see Roy next week. Let's see here. So Roy's passive and stuff is, let's see here, he's a fire mage Leo. They love their Leos. Oh my gosh. All right, so Ignite. His S1, acquire 30 fighting spirit, attacks the enemy with flames and increases combat readiness of the caster by 15%. When used on the caster's turn, if the caster is granted Flame Alchemist, activates Heat Wave instead of Ignite. Heat Wave attacks the enemy with a huge flame, not a big flame, not a small flame, a huge flame, and increases combat readiness of the caster by 30% and penetrates the target's defense by 50%. The skill does not trigger a dual attack. His soul burn is 20. For this, but it grants an extra turn, and we're just going straight damage on his skill enhancements. Now his passive is I have no idea how to say that. Hero of Ishvale, I think is how you say that. I didn't watch Full Metal Alchemist. I'm just gonna be honest. At the start of the first battle, gains 40 fighting spirit and grants Flame Alchemist. Damage suffered in one attack does not exceed 70% of max health. And I'm assuming, let's see here, damage limit. I'm assuming that's taking that, what, down to 50%? So, interesting passive. And then his S3 Scorching Awakened, because again, nobody cares about the Unawakened, because you shouldn't be using an unawakened character. Consumes 80 fighting spirit. After increasing attack of the caster for 2 turns, attacks all enemies with a consecutive barrage of flame and grants Flame Alchemist to the caster. When there are 3 or fewer enemies, damage dealt increases with fewer enemies. Flame Alchemist increases hit chance and attack by 20%. Flame Alchemist cannot be dispelled unless attacked by an ice elemental enemy. I will have to say that this is probably the coolest part of the entire collab, is that statement right there. The fact that they have made it to where it cannot be dispelled unless it is an ice elemental enemy, which means stocks are rising for several ice units right now that can completely shut this dude down. All right, so his artifact, new 5-star artifact, Ignition Cloth Gloves. Again, at max is the only thing we care about, is increase hit chance by 20% and attack by 14%. So at plus 15, it's 75% of that. All right, your free-to-play unit, everybody. Just because it's ice does not mean it's a wyvern unit. Please, for the love, stop assuming if it's an ice unit, it's a wyvern unit. It's a meme, we get it, and somebody's gonna have a one-shot video by the time she gets released having her in it, but it's not, just because it's ice does not mean it's a, it's not a wyvern unit, all right? Let's just get that out there. So let's go to her stats. She is an Ice Ranger Capricorn. That's an interesting ranger. All right, so attacks the enemy by firing a pistol with a 35% chance to grant... Yeah, for 35% chance to target them for 2 turns. When the caster is granted Hawkeye, after attacking, increases combat readiness of the foremost ally by 20%. Keep in mind, the foremost ally is typically your tank. Alright, so Devoted Support, her passive. When the foremost ally is attacked with a single attack, damage or decreases damage suffered by 20%. When one or more damage reduction effects is granted, only the strongest effect is applied. When the foremost ally's health is 50% or less after being attacked, dispels all debuffs from the foremost ally and the caster and grants Hawkeye to the caster for 2 turns. Dispelling buffs and Hawkeye effects can only be activated once every 3 turns. Hawkeye increases speed and critical hit damage by 30%. Hawkeye cannot be dispelled. And this is going to increase damage reduction for the passive. All Out, again, after Awakening. Attacks the enemy with focused fire, dispelling all buffs and decreasing combat readiness by 50% before granting immunity for 2 turns. Exploiting weak points once the caster... exploiting weak points once to the caster and foremost ally. Exploiting weak points is, when attacking, increases damage dealt by 20%. After attacking, the effect is dispelled. And you can, for 20 souls, you can ignore effect resistance to do this. And this will be damage, skill cooldown, damage. Now, again, this is the free-to-play unit. Just remember that. So things won't be quite as they seem, and it'll probably end up on the bench as well. All right. So the new artifact is Sharpshooter's Handgun. This will be what you're wanting to level up for the currency. Is increases effectiveness by 25% with a critical hit has a 70% chance to increase speed of the caster for 1 turn. So again, there's no point in talking about this because you will eventually max limit break this. All right, so number 9, Edward Elric and the FullMetal Alchemist Automail limited drop rate up. Well, he'll be available from 8/25 to 9/8. He'll be available for 2 weeks to pull. Then Roy Mustang will come in next week with Ignition Cloth Gloves, and he'll be available from 9/1 to 9/15, the last 2 weeks of the collab. All right, now, moving on, we're going to keep this in the theme of FullMetal Alchemist while we're going through all of their stuff, so let's move over to the next page, which is FullMetal Alchemist Brotherhood Collaboration 7-Day Check-In Event. GM Dominial is here to tell us more about the 7-Day Check-In Event. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little pro tip. Make sure you log in before reset, because as soon as this thing goes live, you can get the extra day. So if you want to get this all a day earlier than everybody else so you can laugh at your friend who didn't know that information, just log in before your reset and bang, there you go. You've got an extra day on them. All right, so this will be available from 8/25 to 9/15. So as long as you get in before, 7 days before the collab ends, you'll get all the check-in rewards, unless this goes through. Nope. It literally ends when it ends. So day 1, you'll be getting Riza Hawkeye. Day 2, you'll be getting gold, Covenant bookmarks, rare and epic catalyst selection chest, Terra Phantasma, cool. Mola Gora's the best part of this, and her artifact on day 7. Continuous rewards will be daily, starting on the reset. So you'll be able to get consecutive 80 energy just for logging in. Awesome. Now, the part most of you all don't want to have to listen to, the whale shop stuff. I know. Well, we're going to talk about it because there's going to be somebody out there being like, hey, I like to spend, and I want to spend. What is a value? All right, I got you. So GM Dominion is here to tell us about the limited whale packs available in the shop, and here's what you need to know. Swipe your credit card and just don't look at the bill later, and yeah, you'll be fine. Okay, but in reality, what we basically want to just quickly say is Collab Pack 1 is pretty cool, but Collab Pack 2 is probably the most valuable, but it's going to be $50 and $100, and then the stupidest thing ever, that after you've bought $150 worth of crap, that you get this stuff that you can buy for gold. This should be available to everybody, and this should be available to the whales, but whatever. It is what it is. It's the dumbest thing in the world. So, yeah. Yes, the Covenant summons will stack, in case somebody's gonna ask that. If you buy both, will they stack? Yes, they will. So, there you go. There is everything you need to know for the Full Metal Alchemist collab. Now, but wait, there's more. That's right. We actually have the actual update notice. What? Yeah, there's more. That's just the collab. This is what's actually coming on in Epic 7 that's going on that for everything else. There's MasterCard. All right, so GM Dominion is going to talk to us about part 2 of the Thursday 825 content notice. So yeah, basically in short, hey guys, this is Nightingale. Welcome back to another update notice video. Yeah, basically we could do that again. But starting with number 1 of part 2. 2022 World Champion Season Epic Pass. Oh my gosh, Magic Girl Deanne is here. It's about time that the April Fool's joke became real, especially with them canonizing it from like the last 2 months. So it's been great. Finally, they played into the joke and it's freaking hilarious. So this will be available from 8/25 to 9/22, right before summer ends. Shocking. All right, so for those of you guys who want to min-max this, yes, you can buy the Epic Pass immediately and get her skin and everything, and you'll get the first 10 ranks for free, or you can wait till rank 20 and you just finish out the entire pass in one click, because it takes more energy to do it from there. But if you don't care, go for it. It really doesn't matter. But yes, this is definitely worth the 900 Sky Stones if you do not want the Magic Girl Deanne skin. All Epic Passes are worth the premium, just in what they're giving you alone between the Molagoras, the skin tickets, the gold transmit stones. The value is there. You should always be buying your Epic Pass. And this will be available over on the side of your screen. Whenever you log in, you're going to earn experiences for doing certain things. So just play the game, you'll earn experience. And then you will be able to upgrade your Epic Pass by 10 ranks. It'll cost 900 Sky Stones to get the Premium Pass. And no, you cannot just get the skin. You have to buy the full pack to get Magical Girl Deanne. But if you do buy this, this will discount to 900 Sky Stones just to buy this. So you can technically start here, and if you decide later that you want to pull the Deanne skin, you can. And yes, this is the best value for buying the skin over skin tickets, unless you've just got a bunch of them. All right, there's the rank rewards. We're just going to skip over that. If you want to watch the little trailer, there you go. It will be available here. And let's see here, because this will answer the question. Deanne and Unfading Memories drop rate up preview. Oh my gosh, they are actually going to do this? Oh, that's painful. So 9/8 to 8/22, so the collab will still be going on. They are going to drop a limited unit in the middle of their collab. And they're not going to do the custom group summon? That's tragic. So they straight up said that that was going to be it for the year. The more you know. Wow. So if you guys don't realize, we made a video last week talking about clues pointing towards a custom group summon. SSB hasn't been rerun yet. Holiday You Fiend didn't get a rerun, so they're breaking a rule right there. They normally rerun the unit. They rerun the unit after it gets buffed, especially limited units. All collab units, when they get buffed, their banner runs shortly after. This is actually going... That's gonna hurt some players. Hey, Smilegate, you should probably hire me to come do some stuff for you because, you know, I could make you more money. Custom group summon would have definitely been the better idea, but hey, we'll see. We've seen some weirder stuff, but I don't think that's happening now that we're getting this. All right, this week you're gonna have Charles and Justice for All drop right up. Skip the crap out of the Ultra Chad here. You don't need him. So that's it for the 9-1, but wait, there's more. We got one more thing. The best part of it all is free Unequip event is here. They're basically spamming these things right now, so you have no excuse to be not, like, working on your units. 825 to 828. Again, hashtag reset to reset. Stop this BS of cutting it off in the middle of the day. Just let it go from reset to reset. Come on. This is how this is supposed to be. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and roll this back up to here. We're going to go turn follower-only mode off for any of those of you in chat who didn't want to hit the follower-only mode or hit the follow button and want to ask some questions. Let's just go right here. That's my cue. And let's go ahead and enter on 5 minutes there. We'll go up to 15-ish minutes if we need it. We'll see how it goes. Slash follower only mode off. There we go. You guys are now free to chat. The bots can come in and do their thing. It's all good. Timer starts now. So at Nightingale1176 will be answering questions in the order they are received, and if you do not at Nightingale1176, your questions will not get answered. It's gonna help me keep track of chat as well. So, FMA collab. Cool. Y'all have fun. It's gonna be an interesting thing. Yay, free resources. Pretty hyped about that. I'm waiting till the very last day to see what's coming before I touch him if I will pull him. Because he's the only one of the two that I actually am interested in. Roy is just a nah for me. Yeah, and then Riza is just going to be 6-starred and benched. So make sure that when you do, let me just go ahead and say this here. For any of you guys who are planning on using this unit, make sure she is level 50, where it says max, and then you imprint all 5 extra Rizas and turn her 6-star. Do not put this crap in one at a time. I know there's gonna be somebody in the comments or somebody in the chat will pop in and be like, so I started leveling Riza up, I've got her S by now. Bruh, you just wasted a free 6-star. So, yay. Make sure you do that, just because we see it happen every single time. Somebody doesn't do this, because they just start throwing them in, because they're like, I was running out of space. Put them somewhere else. Just don't do it. So as we mentioned before, are they, like, must summons? Actually, no. They aren't must summons. Thank God. Are they great units? Yeah, if you want them. If you want them, they're great. They got some cool stuff. Their kits are neat. They're unique. But they're not broken, thankfully. We actually get balanced units. That's the cool thing. They aren't ignoring entire mechanics. They aren't game-breakingly OP. They've all got counters, which is great. So it's not like, how am I going to work around this? Actually getting balanced units is good. I think it'd be pretty good for Ancient Inheritance when he isn't sealed. Everything seals in that at that point. But you know, I know we've had some people that don't understand this at all, and they are a degenerate set of people that like to come into our YouTube comment section and think that they are know-it-alls, but yet here's the thing. They need to understand that things are based on opinions. You know, you know, if you come in here and we look at it like this and we grab that, you're just doing this. This is something you guys need to understand. But you're too three-head to realize that this is what this is. So, you know, there's that. But yeah, moving on. So, it's not that these things, like I said, please understand, I'm not saying the units are bad. I'd be telling you if they were bad. You're going to get an honest truth out of here. They are good units. They aren't game-breaking. They aren't OP. They're good. They're balanced. And if you like them, use them. There's nothing wrong with that. So we got no questions, which is quite shocking. I would figure with a 30-something minute video at this point, you guys would have had questions about something, but I guess we covered it all. So YouTube, if you've got questions, feel free to hit me up in the comment section below. We'll be answering questions. I'll try to stay around the, keep my phone to where I can try to answer as best as possible over the next day or two. For you guys to ask questions, I'll do my best in order to help you guys out. I've got a busy schedule right now. I know you guys know that. And I'm sure you mean EJV, probably, not XYZ. Well, Y, too. But yeah, no, we will, is it worth going for DN instead? If, that's actually a really good question. I will tell you this, that Deanne is technically a better Amelia in certain aspects, and Amelia is better Deanne in certain aspects. So if you are a person who enjoys the playstyle of that specific unit, I would say Deanne is definitely a pickup unit. But you have to realize that's 2 weeks away from now. Deanne won't be run for 2 weeks. So I would say she's a great attack buffer. The critical resistance buff is great when it works. The barrier's cool. The CR push is neat. She's a great Ice Soul Weaver. Because it's Deanne. Deanne actually has some really good Soul Weaver value. I use her a good bit. And it depends on what I'm doing, but literally her and Amelia share the same stats, everything. They literally are basically the same unit, but different types of Soul Weavers. Now, I know some of you are going to get really confused by that statement. They do two different jobs, but they share a lot of the same core values. One CR pushes further. One attack buffs everybody. One can grant barrier. One can cleanse more. One can heal more. Technically, they can both heal about the same. Sometimes they can heal more, depending on the artifacts they're using. So they are good units. They're just different units. So just because some of you I know may have Amelia already, Deanne is a different version of that. And I think you would probably want both, depending on the situation you're playing in. But we will cover Deanne in more detail when Deanne shows up in 2 weeks, because I know we'll have... yeah, we got two update notices till then, so it'll be the 9-8 update notice. We will go into Deanne a little bit more for those, but that's actually a pretty good question, because I know there'll be some kind of hanging on for that, so good question. But we're gonna wrap it up here for today. That's gonna take care of this video. Again, YouTube, if you've got any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments below. We'll be trying to answer them best as we can. And we'll be back next week with another update notice video going over part 2 or week 2 of the collab. So Twitch chat, go ahead and say goodbye to YouTube. And yeah, you guys enjoy the first week of the FullMetal Alchemist collab. I'm interested to see how things play out. We know we're gonna have a bunch of people pulling Ed day 1. Cool. And for new players, I just want to give you this last little bit of advice or free-to-play players, do not pull the units day one. Let the whales pull it. Give it about a week. Let them really get the unit going before you start pulling. Don't go off day one impressions. Because typically, by the end of the first week, they're going back to their original thing if it's not doing what they want it to do. They'll try it for a week, but day one, while everybody's trying to play around it, things are going to look a lot better than it seems. After day 2 and day 3, things start kind of setting up its normal pattern. So do hang on to that. But yeah, you guys enjoy, take care, and we'll see you in the next one.